My out-of-state friend bought a beautiful STR cabin in Mammoth Cave, Kentucky, but she wanted to know what amenities and furnishings she should add to the property to enhance and increase revenue and get it started. So I told her it would depend on her guest avatar, or in other words, who would ideally come and stay at her place when she starts getting bookings. I also told her that creating the right guest avatar would not only quickly catch, but surpass her competition. So let's talk about what a guest avatar actually is and how you can create one for your property. So a guest avatar is pretty much all about who your guest is. This includes things like their demographics, their age, their preferences, their interests, and even where they're coming from. This is extremely valuable to determine before you go and design, furnish, and add particular amenities to a property. Because by understanding your guest avatar, you're gonna be able to target them specifically and increase your bookings and essentially make more money. So in order to create your perfect guest avatar, we need to do these three things and analyze the market. The first thing is identify your relevant competitors. Then we're going to analyze the competitor reviews. Then we're going to identify avatar trends for your particular property so you know exactly who to target. So we're going to first go into Airbnb and identify the market that we're looking to create the guest avatar. And I'm going to go back to my friend's example and create the guest avatar for her, which is Mammoth Cave, Kentucky. And you can see I have Mammoth Cave here. Now, do not pull the top listings that are on the first page. Only pull the listings that match and are comparable to your property, meaning the same guest count or even bedroom count. Now, in creating a guest avatar, remember that smaller group sizes go to smaller properties, and that can be a different type of guest than a larger group, say 2 or 3 families going to a larger property. So it's really important that we identify relevant competitors inside of Airbnb first using the filters. So my friend's cabin was a 3-bedroom, and what I can do here is select 3 bedrooms. I can also look at 4 bedrooms if there's not enough competitors, but I want to keep it around 3 or 4. So I'm just going to select 3 bedrooms and click show places. So here are all the listings. Now, once I've identified a few of the properties, what I want to do is open them up and actually go into the reviews. So here's one cabin. This is a cabin in the same area, doesn't have views, similar to my friend's. Looks a little bit smaller, but it's a 3-bedroom, it's about the same. They have 51 reviews. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab these reviews and let me show you exactly how to do this. So you're gonna open up ChatGPT. What you're gonna do now is you're gonna take all the reviews, so just copy all the reviews from each listing you use, go into ChatGPT and paste them inside of ChatGPT. So each time you paste, click enter and stop it from generating new text, and then go to the next property and copy those reviews. So here's another property that's somewhat similar. We can go here and copy all the reviews again. Just drag and copy. You can hit Control C or right click and copy. Then you go into ChatGPT and paste them again. So once you've done this for about 3 to 5 different properties, you are ready to ask ChatGPT to analyze the reviews for you and to create a guest avatar. Now, I like to prompt ChatGPT with the right text of what I'm looking for so I know how to create the right guest avatar. So here's what I like to tell ChatGPT, and you can do the same thing too. Just copy what I say here, and after you've copied and pasted your reviews into ChatGPT. So I tell ChatGPT, I say, please analyze all the review text for the Airbnbs in Mammoth Cave, Kentucky that I pasted above. I want you to tell me the common guest avatar for the people who stay at these properties. Include guest demographics, age, preferences, interests, where they're traveling from, and their common concerns. Please be as detailed as possible. I like to say that so I get a little bit more color to it. So what ChatGPT is going to do here is it's going to analyze all the reviews, and it's going to tell you exactly what you've asked it to tell you and give you a summary as well. So when we look at this, ChatGPT spit out to analyze the Airbnb reviews for properties in Mammoth Cave. I'll extract the key information. So it goes, it extracts it, and here's what it says. So it tells me first with the demographics. So who's coming here? And it's saying families are coming here. So most guests mentioning are families, often with kids. I want to skip down here real quick to the origin because this ties in importantly. You want to know where your guests are coming from. Are they flying in? Or are they coming from drive-in destinations? This is really important because you'll know how far they're traveling and additional things they might be looking for. So when we go down to the origin, you can see that guests are coming from Lexington, Kentucky, Cincinnati, Ohio, Nashville, Tennessee are frequently mentioned. Those are all areas that are driving distance from Mammoth Cave. So they're not flying into Mammoth Cave and visiting a national park, they're driving in. So we need to be thinking about the people we're targeting are just going to be driving into this area and not flying in. All right, that's why adequate parking might be important, potentially EV chargers, any type of amenities that might aid and assist people who are driving into a particular location. You could be creative here if you'd like. Going back up, we can see the age. So it's talking about families, parents between their 30s and 50s, young teenagers, young children even mentioned. And so, yeah, we're hosting families here and that's who's coming. And I told my friend, it needs to be family friendly. So having those right amenities, those games, the outdoor experiences, like cornhole and the large chess sets and things like that will enhance and improve the marketability of this property because it's targeting the right guest avatar. You can see their preferences and interests that they talk about in the reviews. They like outdoor activities because they're obviously going there to go hiking and explore the caves. They like to have relaxation and quiet. So one of the big things it's going to mention, it says family-friendly amenities, but it talks about space, okay? These cabins aren't small. They don't like small. They like space where they can relax and hang out and still have a good time at the property. But the focus is being there to enjoy the national park and the outdoors. So my friend can focus on designing her property towards that and specifically targeting those type of families who are looking to have that type of experience. So common concerns, look at this. Once again, space and comfort come up again. And this is really important. Even if you're looking at buying a property, you might consider running a guest avatar before you do it, because if the property's too small and all the other properties are bigger and people love the space, that might hurt you as well. So this is a really big one. So maybe not piling a bunch of beds into this property is a great idea. Having some space and some areas where people can separate themselves from their family and have that quiet time like they mentioned is really important. Obviously, cleanliness is important, well-stocked, child-friendly features. A lot of people don't do this. They think pack and play, crib, and that's it. But it's like they want things that they want games, they want it says safe play areas and bunk beds, things like that, that allow the children to stay there. So she's going to add bunk beds to her property now. She wasn't planning on doing that before, but after reading this guest avatar, we know to do that because that's who's coming and staying. A big thing too, obviously proximity to the attractions is huge. And so making sure that you have a good guidebook is going to be key here. Obviously, the natural beauty and quietness of the area. These are all important things that we need to know in order to appropriately design and furnish our property. A big thing is seasonal visits. So a lot of people are coming year round and they're coming during holidays, they're coming during weekends. They want to still connect to technology because they're traveling. It mentions here about Wi-Fi issues in some of the reviews. And so that's really important, is to have good Wi-Fi as well. Now that she's empowered with this information, she can go and specifically target families and enhance their stays by adding the right amenities, the right design and decor, and that will increase her bookings and help her surpass her competition. So the next time you purchase a property, or even before you purchase a property, it might be a good idea to identify your ideal guest avatar so you can maximize your revenue. Now remember, it's the three things. Identify your relevant competitors. Then we want to analyze their reviews, and then we're going to look for the trends in those reviews that point to that ideal guest avatar. Do those three things, you'll know who to target, and that will maximize and increase your bookings. So if you'd like to learn more on how you can identify the right property to begin with and find a super Airbnb property, then you need to check out this video where I dive into how to find super Airbnb properties and then create your guest avatar. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights like these. I'll see you on the next video.